Sunny Friday afternoon, going around the yard. We thought we'd take this opportunity to showcase our dump trailer range when we've 4 out of the 5 models sitting in the yard here. So we'll just bring you down to the start here. We're going to begin our talk on the dump trailers. So here we have a bread and butter 300 series dump trailer. Everyone will know this for the power tilt door, or as people like to know it, some people call it the magic tail door. So as you can see, nice spec trailer, 314, 14 ton. These trailers come in 12 ton, 14 ton, 16 ton, 20 ton versions. In the past we did an 8 ton, a 10 ton, an 18 and a 25, but the range has been narrowed to the 12, 14, 16, 20. Again, bread and butter, making this trailer from the 90s, have made thousands of these trailers over the years. This one, nice spec, galvanised bolt-on headboard, galvanised mud guards, 560, 60, 22.5 wheels. It's on the rock and beam. Between springs and rock and bogie, well, on the springs, most trailers will go on the high-speed axle, the 127, 420, 180. On the rock and beam, on a 14 ton, they're on a 90mm 300 by 90 brake. If you're doing a lot of road work, the springs are better. The said gives nicer ride on the road. If you're doing a lot of work off-road, undulating ground, cross fields, the rock and bogie gives you that bit more movement in the axles. So as everyone knows, 300 series dump trailer, very, very popular, very, very renowned for the mechanical rear door. So these trailers, there's 2 positions for the door. There's permanently up and it drops as the trailer tips, or you can have it permanently down. So people love this trailer for the versatility of it. So if you're drawing bushes or hedges or hay stockpile stuff, the tail door drops down out of the way. There's nothing gets caught, there's nothing gets twisted. It's mechanical, it's simple, it works. And as I said, we have sold thousands and thousands of these trailers over the year. Very, very popular. Still a very, very popular trailer with us. Get in, fill your load, doesn't matter what it is, pull the lever, trailer will tip and leaves the load behind it. Nothing gets bent, nothing gets twisted, everything comes out. So here we are, chronological order, coming through to our next model in the range. This is the 600 series. Now this trailer sort of come about as an upgrade to the old 400 series trailer, if any of you remembered. So our 400 series dump trailer used to have the ramps on the front of the trailer. So you hooked your tractor off, you hooked the power onto your tractor, you folded your ramps out, you folded the front of the trailer down, you could drive your digger up in, fold it back up, hook the trailer back on. It was a 2-in-1 trailer. Very popular trailer for us over the years. But then it got that health and safety on sites and things, they didn't like uncoupling the trailer. So we looked at it as a redesign. The 600 series is what we've come up with as the 400 series replacement. Back on this trailer, built-in headboard. As you can see, there's a ladder on the front. That'll come more apparent when we get to the back, where you can drive your mini digger up in, your small handler, site dumper, whatever, and then you have a set of steps to get down out of the trailer. This trailer, nice spec, 16 ton model, sprung drawbar, 560, 60, 22.5 wheels again. It's on the high-speed axles, tandem springs. That's the 127 beam, 420 by 180 brake. Dual air brakes and load sensing as well. So as we go around the back, we'll show you the differences between the 3 and the 6. So here we are, back end of the 600 series dump trailer. As you can see, there's quite a lot of differences between this and the 300 series. On the 300 series, you have a much higher tipping point, which is better for stockpiling material. On the 600 series, we're on the hydraulically operated tail door. Now, again, you'd wonder why you go with the hydraulically operated tail door. Again, it's if you want to operate the trailer with the tail door down, if you want to operate it when it's up. But fundamentally, hydraulics, you fold your trailer down, your ramps are stored underneath your body. So you have to unhook the lock at the front. So the lock at the front's to keep the ramps from rattling out. So there's a little over-center latch that hooks into the catch on the front of the ramps to keep them in position. Slide your ramps out and that'll bring them out full. So the ramps are 2 meters long, 9.6 ton carrying capacity. As your trailer folds down, you'll see the bar on the back of the trailer. It comes out, folds down here. You slide your ramp on out completely. There's a hook on the end. You hook the ramp on, slide it to the width of your ramp, drive your machine up on. There's tie down points in the body for tying down your machine. You can either come walk down the ramps, or you can climb out the step ladder at the front. Now we do them with or without ramps are an option in this, but again, once you're finished, you hook the ramps back up in, slide the ramps home, done. Off you go. Dump trailer and vehicle mover all in one. Again, when you go to put your ramps out, you have your drop legs here. You put your drop legs down to keep the weight on the trailer and the weight on the drawbar. So these trailers come out, suppose mid-2010s, 2014, 2015, in around there. We're making them for about 10 years. Again, the range of these, 12 tonne, 14 tonne, 16 tonne, 20 tonne. Again, not as popular a trailer as the 300 series. 300 series is still very, very popular trailer. But again, very versatile trailer with the fold flat rear door. You can set a couple of pallets in it. You could go and lift steel or planks or tin or stuff like that there. So it's a wee bit more of a multi-purpose trailer. You'll see this small latch on the side. People always ask what this is for. So this is for if you're working at the rear door, because it's a hydraulically operated rear door. So you put your pin in, you lower your door onto the pins that lock it. That allows you to loosen the hydraulic lines off the rams and keeps the door secure and safe. Again, when in operation, you take the pin out and it lets the door fold up and down. So that's a safety feature for maintenance on the rear of the trailers. In this trailer, you can get it in the versions of rock and bogie or tandem springs. Again, comes with options for extension sides, rollover cover. Again, the list of options are somewhat endless. Toolboxes, different size wheels. Next trailer in the lineup, the 220. So this is the 200 series dump trailer. So this trailer has come out as an evolution of the 600 series. So some people, they want that bigger volume trailer. So with the folding door on the 300 series and the 600 series, there's that bit of volume you lose at the rear of the trailer with the mechanism on the door. So they wanted a trailer, big square body bulk trailer for carrying bulk loads. So the 200 series was born. So on this here, again, a lot of options ticked on it. Integrated headboard on it, steps inside as well. Well, on this version we have the extension sides, dual air brakes, air and hydraulic, load sensing, tandem springs. Again, it's on the 560/60 22.5 wheels. The 300 series trailer, the sides are tapered on it. So it's a tapered size. It's 4'6" at the bottom, so it's perfect size for a digger bucket to scrape out. 4'6" digger bucket and scrape the bottom of it out. But it is the tapered sized, as all dump trailers did back in the day. This is more onto a volume trailer. So it's not carrying loads of blinding. It could be carrying straw or muck for stockpiling in fields. So the volume is much more important on this trailer than the weight as such. So it's a higher volume carrying trailer. You can still put 20 tonne of blind in it, 20 tonne of stones, 20 tonne of clay, 20 tonne of everything, but it's a volume, bigger volume trailer. You can see also on the side they have the brackets there for mounting on the rollover cover at a later date. You can see the bolt points on the side of her. Yeah. Rear, the 200 series dump trailer, again, as you can see, heavy reinforced door, the extension sides on the back of it here, up and over style door, so it gives you that extra volume at the back, where the other trailers have a blank space where the tail door folds down. This tail door folds up. But again, with following on from all the people carrying routes and bulk loads, we've left it that there's a high clearance on the door. So when the door's fully open, there's 2 meters of clearance between the floor of the trailer and the underside of the tail door. So as you can see, tail door right on the rear of the trailer, tail door inside folds flat, and then again the mechanical version of it. So it's a series of a theme essentially. As needs change, we have adopted trailers to suit the market. Yeah, this is a fairly recent trailer. So currently there's a 20 tonne model. There is a 14 and a 16 tonne in development at the moment. But again, with the 20 tonne being the biggest of the range, it's very easy to scale the smaller trailers as well. But there will be a 14 and 16 tonne version of this available down the line. So here we are, end of our line. Biggest dump trailer that we currently manufacture, the 925. And as you can see, it's a 25 tonne trailer. It's sitting beside a 20 tonne trailer, and it's beefy. It's heavy duty, all singing, all dancing. So the big differences you'll notice from this trailer from The rest of the trailers in the lineup is the hitch style. Now this is a category 4 hitch because it's a much bigger trailer, need a much bigger hitch on it. So this is a category 4 hitch that I have to have on it. Again, unconventional layout in an agri trailer, in a common agri trailer, you have your drawbar, but we have a ram mounted on the front. So trunnion ram mounted on the front of the trailer, much more on to like the commercial tippers that you would get in lorry bodies, etc. So you get your tippers at the front, your trailers mounted at the front, mounted into the bottom. So it gives you a real good chance to get a real strength into the front of the trailer. Again, this genuine Hardox in my body trailer. Body's all Hardox. The parts come in specially folded for us from Hardox. There's very complicated folds in the top leading edge of this. There's no one in the UK can fold Hardox to the shape that we have here, so we have to bring them in from Hardox folded. Fabricated chassis. Again, all hydraulics on this trailer. Front mud flaps. Onto more of a European style handbrake, winding handbrake as opposed to a lever pull handbrake. So that's more onto like a European style trailer. This trailer again, as I come round the side here to look at it, you can see very heavy duty, Hardox throughout the whole body. So this bulge bar is folded Hardox down into the body, welded up the inside. Sides are Hardox, floor's Hardox. The top chassis, fully fabricated bottom chassis in the trailer. Galvanised mud guards, front and rear flaps on it, and then into the running gear of this, and we're getting into some serious tires and serious running gear here now. So this is a BPW Rockin' Bogey. So it is heavy duty, designed for this trailer. The Rockin' Bogey is capable of carrying 28 tonne. So it's 14 tonne per axle, which is heavy duty in the trailer. 25 miles per hour max speed on it because of the width. And again, we're on the 845 26.5 tires. So there's a big set of goodies in this. Big set of goodies. This is built for Canadian market, but this is very much onto the shape and design that you'll see a lot more on the continent. Into your Joskins, your Krampa, your, those type trailers. So we're looking at it as it's a Canadian trailer, but we're looking to push much more into the European market with this style of trailer. Galvanised headboard on this trailer as well, bolt on, so you can bolt it on, bolt it off. But again, it's big, it's there to protect your ram on the front. So heap loads, it's giving plenty of protection to the front of your trailer. As to the other ones, you can see the springs on the front of the trailer, so the suspension, sprung drawbar. On this trailer, it's done slightly different. It's done using two rubber buffers. So your drawbar's there, and your rubber buffer acts as a natural spring. Slightly different variation, but again, you have different positions that you can move for different heights on your hitch on your tractor. So you can move the drawbar up and down to suit your tractor. Round to the rear end, as you can see, just look how chunky those wheels are. Massive wheels on this here. Again, rear underrun bar in the back, warning triangle. You get to see the rear chassis, the fabricated chassis. You get in here, you see the tipping points. Look at the size of those tipping points. It's heavy duty trailer. Your lights recessed, Hardox rear door again, hydraulically operated, up and over. Again, good clearance for stockpiling because of your high tipping point on this trailer. You can see just how heavy duty the suspension is and the brakes on this trailer. It is designed for purpose. This is a heavy duty workhorse of a trailer. So we had a customer reach out just looking for a bigger, heavy duty trailer. So they wanted a bigger version of the 320 dump trailer, but they wanted it with more of a mechanical door on it. So this is the trailer that we looked at. This is the trailer we designed. Very popular, as I say, on the continent. Heavy duty trailer, heavy duty running gear, big tires for distributing the weight. Still on the tandem as opposed to going into tri-axle trailers, because tri-axle puts a lot of extra cost into a trailer. And with the length for the volume of what they're carrying, leaves them that they can be very hard to steer as well. So again, still on the Rockin' Bogey tandem axle, but with that added capacity, that 25 tonne capacity that the customer required. Yeah, so as I said, there's 4 out of 5 of the trailers here in the range behind me. The missing trailer is the Euro. So the Euro's 8, 12 and 15 tonne. We don't have any of them available, but I say we have a large selection of dump trailers for all applications. If we haven't a dump trailer to suit your application, you're definitely an outlier. So, as I always say, if you want any more information on these trailers, get in contact with our dealer or salesman. As I say, with that many of these trailers, we're selling them.